Sorry?
Sorry, just when were those old, the cottages, when were they built, roughly?
When were they built?
Yeah.
It would have been probably built from Georgian times onwards.
Oh, right.
You know, it would have been sort of concordant with most of the buildings that were there. A lot of them might perhaps have been built as outhouses and stuff like that, but it is a fact, particularly in the newer places that sprung up, places like Kingstown, that an awful lot of the houses, the small courts and things out there grew up because they were just hovels that the workers on the harbour and on the railway were living in, and they became dwellings almost by osmosis. But again, a lot of them were actually thrown up by the people who owned the house out the front, and they were always built in such a way that you couldn't see them from the road, you know. But it was just a source of income for them, and the conditions in them were utterly appalling, with major outbreaks of cholera in Kingstown, for instance, and I'm sure there must have been several outbreaks of disease of one sort or another.
The photograph of the Lawrence photograph, that's fantastic. I didn't realise that they had a premises, or you know.
Oh yeah, and it was they literally. Lawrence himself wasn't a photographer; he was just a businessman. And amazingly, I think there's only one photograph of Lawrence himself in existence. You know?
I think the main source of the plates that survived is in Radmont.
Yeah, they were in Radmont and were in danger of being
shop.
disposed of or thrown out or something, and somebody realised what was there, and I think bought them for the National Library, or the National Library bought them. I'm not sure which came.
Yeah.
You know? It's great that they did survive anyway, but I think probably as many were damaged and thrown out and destroyed, particularly during the 1916, because the place was gutted. It was part of one of the premises that was bombarded and went on fire.
Some of the text in Strumpet City, Jim Plunkett's play, reflects the sort of tenements and the tiny little court which you referred to earlier.
Absolutely. Plunkett knew, he had done his homework, he knew what had gone on in the city, and I think his book is a wonderful portrayal of life during all of that period, I must say. No doubt.
Lawrence's used to be where Anne Summershock was in.
Who?
Never heard of it.
Well, that's what the substantial premises.
Yeah.
Was it 5, 6,
Yeah,
7?
I think I took out several addresses, as it were, you know, 5, 6 and 7 or whatever.
But thank you very much, Cormac. It was brilliant. We'll have to have a part small little donation box at the back of the hall that just keeps us going, folks. All use our members, and as I said, that's the new banner now that we've prepared for the society.
Sorry folks, if anyone wants to come up and have a look at this stereograph, this stereoscope here, you're more than welcome. We're probably tight for time, but you can have a quick look at
God
there.
bless, safe home everybody.
There's a few views of Dublin in it there. Not as many as I'd like, but we'll get some more.